ice, the quakes, the wind, the fire. I've conquered country, crown and throne. Why can't I cross this river? Pay no mind to the battles you've won. It'll take a lot more than rage and muscle. Open your heart and hands, my son, or you'll never make it over the river. Take a lot more than words and guns, a whole lot more than riches and muscle. The hands are ready to join as one, and together we'll cross the river. Together we'll cross the river. Together we'll cross the river.
Hey guys, this is the review of Fall of Cybertron for the Xbox 360. Now, Fall of Cybertron is the follow-up game to War for Cybertron, in which we have the Autobots fleeing the Decepticons on a giant space shuttle called the Ark. In the campaign, you play as either the Autobots or the Decepticons, each of which have 6 chapters, and with the final mission allowing you to choose between the Decepticons or the Autobots.
Metroplex heeds the call of the last bride.
Alright, the campaign comes in at about 6 to 7 hours to complete. Now, throughout the campaign, you're going to see a whole giant cast of G1 Transformers. You have Perceptor, Sideswipe, Jazz, Cliffjumper, Bumblebee, Soundwave, Rumble Frenzy, Laserbeak, and some of the bigger ones like Metroplex, Tripticon comes back, and then there's a whole bunch of other ones as well. Now, the voice acting was done really well, with the exception of a couple of characters, like Slug, who sounds like a Philadelphia taxi driver, Frenzy and Rumble, who both sound like little kids, and a couple of the other robots. The overall levels are done quite well. It's very submersive, there's a lot of things going on in the background, it feels very interactive, and it feels very much alive. It actually makes you feel like you're in the epic struggle for the fight for Cybertron. Now for the gameplay. It features a vehicle mode, a robot mode, a stealth mode, and a melee mode. The transitions between vehicle and robot mode are done really well. They're really smooth and have no graphical hiccups whatsoever. Now all the weapons feel powerful and they feel as they should. The death animations are done quite well as well. The only issue with the vehicle mode is that they still move rather slow, with the exception of using the boost button. Now I wish they would have sped that up just a little bit, because it feels a lot slower than walking in robot mode. Now the stealth portions of the game are done quite well. They also feature executions now, where you have head ripping and attaching various bombs to people's backs and blowing them up. And those are all done really, really good. The melee portion features you playing as Grimlock with a sword and the shield. Now these are done really well. The sword feels powerful, the shield feels like it blocks, and everything acts as it should. Now the only issue I ran into with that mode was that when an opponent would hit me, it would send me flying, and a couple times I've fallen off the map because of that. And that doesn't seem right, because Grimlock towers over all of the other Decepticons, so he shouldn't really be getting knocked around like that. And also, you can transform between his T-Rex mode and robot mode at will. You have to wait for a rage meter to fill up. I found that quite annoying, seeing as how this game is Transformers and I should be able to transform whenever the heck I feel like it. Now this time around, throughout the campaign, you're going to run into Teletran 1 stores. These functions as the shop. Now, In the shop, you can purchase perks for your character, upgrades for your weapons, and equip special items as well as abilities. This is a nice addition in comparison to War for Cybertron, in which you didn't feel like you could customize your character all that much.
Time for me to take my leave!
Excuse me.
Now, after you complete the campaign, there's two modes of multiplayer. There's competitive multiplayer and escalation, which is horde mode. In competitive multiplayer, there's 4 game types. There's Conquest, Capture the Flag, Headhunter, and Team Deathmatch. All of these modes play exactly the same as in War for Cybertron. The only difference is the levels. Now, overall multiplayer experience was okay. It was nothing groundbreaking or different. It was just the same basic, kill each other and that's it. The one thing they did add in competitive multiplayer that I think is okay is the create a transformer. Now, it's not really create a transformer, it's Frankenstein transformers together and try to make your own little unique robot. When with that, it all functions okay. The only thing I can complain about it is that they want you to purchase all the different character packs, which are like 800 Microsoft points, which translates to almost like $10. I think that's a little bit of a ripoff, especially seeing as how the characters are already in the game, you just have to unlock them. The other game mode is Escalation, which is the only co-op mode. Now that functions the same way as in War for Cybertron, in which you fight wave after wave of generic robots and you try to unlock different parts of the level. Now that was all done okay, and if you're a big fan of Horde mode, then more power to you and that's a game type for you. But for me, it was just a whatever. I gotta get tired of Horde after a while, so it's nothing special there. There's tons of little extras in the whole game. There's audio logs which give a little backstory, and there's also little Easter eggs from the 1986 Transformers movies and also from the other G1 cartoon shows that they had. So any Transformer fanboy like myself will go ecstatic for those. Now, my overall experience with the game was that it was much better than War for Cybertron, but it wasn't the best Transformers game I've played. It had a couple of graphical issues. The gameplay was okay, I liked the cast of the characters, the voices were okay for the most part, and the upgrade system was nice. Now, one major thing I hate about this game is that they got rid of the co-op campaign. Overall, I would give this game probably about an 8 out of 10. Now, would I pay a full $65 for the game? No, I would probably pay about $50 again for this game. Alright, that was a review for Fall of Cybertron. If you guys liked this video, please remember to subscribe, and thank you for watching.
You got the touch. You got the power.